I wanted to show you guys a riff, and within all that spaghetti, I didn't play the dang riff. What's up, kids? I wanted to show you a riff, not the first garble of notes, and not all of that second garble of spaghetti, but there was one in there that I thought you guys might like to learn. It's the usual thing that I'm always kind of goofing around with, which is blues shuffle. This time it's in the key of A. What's a cool way to get to the 4 chord? So we're going from A, shuffle, blues. How do we get to that 4 chord and make it sound interesting? So let me just show it to you. We're in the key of A. Most of this is happening up around the 12th speed bump, or where you see the 2 dots. Boom. Right around there. Okay, so it's shapes again. I don't really think scales as much as I do shapes. So I'll just show you the shapes. In the key of A, one of the shapes is this. So if you look at like I guess this would be a dominant 7 add 9 chord. All I'm really doing is this note on top, I'm just flatting it. So it becomes a flat 5 tonality. And really you can add that 9 back in. That's one of the shapes. And then the other shape is what would just be considered, I guess, an A augmented. So it's this shape. And normally I wouldn't be as apt to use that shape into a 4 chord from the root, which would be A, but I just thought it sounded cool. So once again, let's look at these shapes. We're at the 12th fret. So at the 11th fret on the D string, and then 12th fret on the G string, and then all the way up on the E string, we're going to be at the 11th fret. That shape, and then the other shape, which is that augmented shape. It's really just the 3 notes. So D string at the 11th fret, G string at the 10th fret, and then B string at the 10th fret. And I'm just barring across the speed bump there. That's really what the riff is. Now, there is a scale-ish thingy where I've been using it for a long time, where I'll do kind of a... And I think that's melodic minor. But me no study. But I think that's what it is. But what I like to do is just parts of that. So this is where the whole thing kind of comes together. Is if you think of where that starts, we're in A. When I think of that melodic minor, whatever it is, I'm thinking E minor, the minor 5th. But I'm only playing just the very top of it. And a lot of guys, you'll hear a lot of sax players use this. Well, it's part of the same. And that's something to actually try out. But what I did was just pick so it's a lot of intervals, I guess, but it's not that hard once you've got it under your fingers. So I'll just start playing this really, really slow. So we're going to start at the, what speed bump is that? 12th, 13th, 14th speed bump on the E string. And I'll just show you the riff instead of calling out speed bumps, I'll just play this riff really slow. That's where we're getting to the 4 chord. The third of the 4 chords. We've got a bunch of altered stuff in here. The flat 5, we've actually got a sharp 5. So that's kind of where we're getting the altered sound. But for the most part, it's pretty straight ahead other than that. So I'll play it again really slow. One more time. Now, how you pick it is up to you. I don't pick every single note. Right there. I just let that be a pull-off. And then I pick the rest of it, but that's entirely up to you. Now, could we play that over just a straight 4 chord? So you can try that. You can experiment on your own with how you use this riff. Just always think of it as I would say the minor 5. So if you're in A and you're going to play it over, well, let's just put it this way. If you're going to play it over D, you want to treat D as the chord you're going to play it over. You're not going to place this into a chord. If it's D, then you're going to think A minor, right? The minor 5th, because we're still doing the, so if we're playing a D chord, because the altered notes are there. It actually would sound really cool. It just depends on how you phrase it. But anyways, that's the riff. And I think it's a really cool way to get to that 4 chord. Let me see if I can get this thingy to go again. Let me try it one more time. One more time. Is how you get fired off a blues session. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you dug the riff. Let me know in the comments below what you thought. And please subscribe if you haven't. Ring that bell. And I'll have some more of these for you in the future. Thanks, kids. See ya.